Well, now we cross to the newsroom with what's happening in your neighbourhood.
Thanks, Jared. I'm Bridget Rutherford. Southbridge school pupils might not be able to be with one of their most famous former pupils at the weekend, but Dan Carter will have a reminder of them. Pupils formed a giant silver fern, were photographed and then handed it to Carter's father, Neville. Mr Carter left for England soon after for this weekend's World Cup semi-final showdown against South Africa at Twickenham. He assured the school he would pass the photo on to the famous All Blacks number 10. But not so good news for other Selwyn residents. They'll soon find themselves paying a little more for everything from swimming lessons to library borrowing fees. Fees for using services at the Lincoln Events Centre, Selwyn Aquatic Centre, Rolleston Community Centre and all 4 of the District Council libraries will increase from the 1st of January. The biggest increases will be looking for booking space at the Lincoln Events Centre, where the public will find themselves paying between $1 to $12 more per hour, depending on the time and which part of the building they wish to use. Full-day bookings of the event centre will increase from the current $1,600 for all users to $1,900 for residents, $2,200 for District Council and community groups, and $2,500 for corporate users. The District Council says the increases are due to rising costs such as electricity, staff, pool chemicals and maintenance. Bexley Reserve has gone to the dogs. Well, not quite. The reserve will in fact become a park for man's best friend, a dog park. The City Council expects the new dog park to be ready for autumn next year. The QE2 Sports House will be demolished. The Burwood Pegasus Community Board decided to approve the demolition of the Sports House at a cost of nearly $136,000. Board members also opted to get rid of the badly damaged changing rooms at an expected cost of $500,000. That money will be put aside from the City Council Facilities Rebuild Programme budget to build 2 changing rooms. The Hagley Ferrymead Community Board will decide tomorrow whether to grant a new lease to the Mount Pleasant War Memorial Community Centre. The centre is being rebuilt on McCormick's Bay Road after the previous one was demolished following the quakes. The board needs to surrender the current lease in order to grant a new 33-year one. The new centre is being built now and is hoped to be completed by April. And the best secondary school Kapahaka groups in wider Christchurch have been named. A combined group of Christchurch Boys High School, Hornby High School and Te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Te Whanutahi students won the secondary school's regional competition on Saturday. The Linwood College Kapahaka group came second overall. They were the best of 9 groups made up of students from 14 schools across Christchurch. Both groups will now go on to compete at the national competition next year held in Hastings. And in an effort to feel like real artists, Papanui High School students are holding an online art auction. The auction showcases some of the work done during the year that the students are willing to part with. Some students are only selling prints of their work, while others are willing to sell off the originals. All the money raised will be put into a fund for the senior art students to have a budget for future projects. Currently, Alice Cheersmith has the highest bid, with someone willing to pay $50 for her piece. The auction has 3 more days to run. From the newsroom, I'm Bridget Rutherford.